I'm Emily Voigt, and I spent 3.5 years
or the legendary dragon is an agent of chaos.
and asked about the highest price that I know of that an arowana has commanded.
That all of these things were happening for just one pet fish.
Kidnappings, canings, all for lust of a fish.
Biophilia is our innate desire. The idea of scarcity came into the picture, and so everybody wanted one.
And when I saw that there was all this high security in these fish farms,
So these certificates mean nothing.
This is a story about life, love, and death.
There's one more very interesting factor that makes us obsessed about Asian arowanas, and we want to talk about that in the third and the final episode of this series. Welcome to the final episode of the legendary dragon. What's up guys, Abhishek here from AV Studio, and this is the final episode of the Legendary Dragon series. In the first two episodes we spoke about Emily Voigt, her quest for the Asian arowana, how it cost human lives, the shadowy trade around it. In the second one we spoke about our obsession as hobbyists, the need to keep an Asian arowana, the obsession of human beings, which is called biophilia, to have this innate desire to connect to animals, and hence we put them in a fish tank. In today's episode we are going to talk about one last factor which makes the entire thing so obsessive. And do you want to know what that is? Facebook groups on Asian arowanas. So this is a topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about for a long time, and but I never really got an opportunity to bring this up in a discussion per se. But I think this is really apt for me to talk about it in this particular series. But before we get started, let's talk about the contest or the giveaway that I spoke to you about last week, which was by Arowanas. I told you that I'm going to reveal the giveaway this week, but unfortunately we got to wait for just another week. Pranjal asked for another 1 week for us to show you the giveaway, so just wait till next week and I'll definitely show you that very interesting giveaway. So let's get started. And one of the very interesting obsession that the Asian arowana lovers have, not all of them but surely some of them, is the fact that they want to be on these Facebook groups created for arowanas and showcase their fish and get a lot of likes, comments, and the entire aura or the recognition that we get when we are on Facebook, and we kind of look at how many likes we are getting, how many people are commenting on it, how many people are saying that, oh, that's brilliant, that's the best one, well groomed, and multiple other things, gives us a different high. And this becomes a really important reason why we keep Asian arowanas. Now there's nothing wrong really in putting these videos or photos up on these Facebook groups and feeling great when people tell you that you've got a beautiful Asian arowana or a beautiful legendary dragon. There are 90% people who own better arowanas than us, and they don't post because they're not obsessed about this whole thing. One of the reasons why people cannot go out of this hobby, and I say cannot go out of this hobby, is because, like I said in one of my previous videos, after 15 to 20 years of fish keeping, I got into the Asian arowana hobby, and I cannot really decide whether I was better off in the first 15 to 20 years or in the last 2 years when I've been keeping Asian arowana. Because it's true, the Asian arowana is an agent of chaos. But what becomes difficult is when people start taking things on their ego, when there are fights, when you want to put each other down, when there's a lot of politics. I'm not saying everyone does politics in there, but I'm sure there are some, and we all know. So that's when it becomes a little difficult and it's a little surprising, because all I want to say is just social media. I don't think we should make such a big hype about it, and we should not be putting each other down. I think there has to be a certain amount of mutual respect that needs to happen in these groups, and we should help each other as hobbyists. I think it's a great forum, the Facebook groups, for us to come together, help each other and help the hobby grow. But when it comes down to the fact that we are, kind of angry with somebody, we, badmouth them, or we talk rubbish about people, we want to put people down, that's when the trouble really happens. I think the idea should be for all of us to help each other, and also senior hobbyists helping junior hobbyists, and encouraging. I believe no fish or no arowana is perfect, or in other words, every single Asian arowana is perfect. I think when I look at an Asian arowana, I look at how beautiful it is rather than what possible flaws it has. A lot of these groups have people who think about the flaws first. I think it's not the ideal thing to do, because we spend a lot of money, and with a lot of enthusiasm and fun and excitement we buy these fish, and we'd like to hear good things about it at the end of the day. And that is what we want out of these groups, because this is the lighter side of life. This is social media. There's nothing serious about it. So let's keep it light. And I know it becomes difficult, especially at this lockdown period, where we spend a lot of time in these Facebook groups, and there's not much happening around us. So all the gathering, so-called social gathering, happens virtually in these social media groups, and I also know the frustration of the lockdown kind of gets to us at times, and we unnecessarily get into loggerheads with each other. But my humble request is, let's use these beautiful groups for something better. So yes, Facebook groups being one of the biggest reasons why we want to have these Asian arowanas, because that's where we want to show them. A lot of you will disagree, because a lot of you are not on Facebook, you don't post on Facebook groups, and this one's not for you. But this one's mainly for people like us who like to post on Facebook groups. However, if you have noticed, I have stopped doing it. Of late, I don't really post so much on Facebook, because I kind of want to just see what the others have and just enjoy the different conversations that happen in there, because after all, they are interesting. So this was my 3-part series of the legendary dragon. Do let me know what you thought about the series. I am going to keep a link right up here for a playlist where I have all the 3 episodes together, so you can watch them all together. And I mean, it's been a pleasure bringing this series to you, and I have learned a lot. So next week I'm going to bring the giveaway, and stay tuned for that, of course, because that's going to be really interesting, like I said. Also, I wanted to make a quick announcement, since we are talking about Facebook groups here. So it's been a very difficult decision for me to make, and the decision that I have made is that I would like to dissociate myself from the Aqualife International Facebook group, because of obviously some unsavory events or actions that has happened in that group, which I do not agree with. This does not in any ways show or demean the quality of the group. I think it's a great group. However, it's not something that I would like to be associated with. I mean, it's been a very hard decision for me, because honestly, I have been building that group up from the scratch, and I can confidently say that 75% of the members in that group have been joined by me. However, I think I would like to now dissociate myself. And a lot of you may be wondering, why am I making an announcement on Facebook? Because what I've come to realize is that a lot of you believe that that Facebook group belongs to me. So anything good or bad kind of comes back to me. Not that I mind. However, I wanted to make it clear that that's not a Facebook group that's owned by me. It's owned by somebody else. And hence it was important for me to come online and then dissociate myself from the group and make it clear to everyone that that's not a group that I own. However, I wish that group all the very best for whatever they are doing, because I think it's a great group. And most importantly, it does not kind of go with the type of channel that I run on YouTube. The YouTube channel that I run, this one, is more to do with arowana information, and Aqualife International is not an arowana group. It is an overall group. So it doesn't quite gel well with the channel that I run. So that's obviously another reason why I'm dissociating myself. So anyways, all the best to Aqualife International, and I'm sure it is going to become one of the best groups on Facebook. So that's about it on this one. And If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of the future episodes. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button. And so thank you so much for watching this one. Till I come back in the next one. Peace.